on Wednesday, July the 5th. We're going to make a brief breathing practice, one we haven't covered yet, one called Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is alternate nostril breathing. You know, we may or may not recognize that our nostrils, they vary during the course of the day. The nostrils open and close, right and left, in cycles between 60 and 90 minutes. And when we alternate the nostrils, we're focusing on not just one nostril and its breath, but in the channels of energy through us. We're focusing, if we're focusing on the left nostril, it is called Ida. Ida, ease, a type of ease, a comfort, a cooling associated with the moon and the right hemisphere of the brain. And this right hemisphere of the brain function carries through a cycle through this left side primarily. It moves, the nadi is the channels that we're opening, the channel of life force, of prana. And if we're focused on this left nostril, primarily left side of the body, right brain, and then of course with the right nostril open, working on a nadi called Pingala. Pingala is associated with the left brain, the left hemisphere of the brain, and this is connected with language and formulation and specific cognition, not merely apprehension of the senses, and more of the right side of the hemisphere, more about the context of our sensory reception and presence. The left hemisphere of the brain connected with the capacity to manipulate the conditions and to work with the environment of the senses. Okay, let's do this alternate nostril breathing, awakening these nadi associated with the hemispheres of the brain. And if there are two main channels, there are, they say, 72,000 nadi through the entire body, from the fingertips, the toes, and the eyes, through, you know, the central spinal column to the brain. If there are 72,000, they are spoken of in three main channels: the Ida, the one of the left, the Pingala of the right, and Sushumna, that central line. All right, so I'm going to make a fist with my right hand and a fist with my left. My left fist goes like this. I touch my pinky and ring finger to the thumb. I open like that. With my right hand, I'm going to take my thumb open and then my pinky and ring finger open. It looks like this. And I place my thumb along the length of the right nostril. Find a way to sit comfortably. I don't care, Siddhasana, Padmasana, any. You could sit Dandasana even with your back against, supported by a wall or a piece of furniture. My thumb is on my right nostril, and I'm breathing gently, and I'm simply observing. Is my nostril open or closed? Easy. Easy. Yes, inhale and exhale. Just observing. Now, I'm going to open my right nostril and close the left nostril and simply observe. How is it to breathe here? Is it the same? Is it easier? Is it more challenging? Now, if the right side is associated with the sun and the left side with the moon associated with cooling, comfort, and ease, with the right side associated with activity and specific action, and the left side of the brain, left hemisphere. I'm going to place my thumb on that right nostril, and I'm going to practice the opening of the left. Inhale deeply, but without force. I exhale. I inhale it, and I exhale it. Good. I inhale through my left. I close both, and I'm going to exhale through my right. I inhale through my right. I exhale through my right. And again, I'm going to inhale right. Exhale right. Last of these, inhale right. And let's carry on. I close both. Exhale left. I inhale left. Close both. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close both. And exhale left. One final cycle. Inhale left. Close both. And exhale right. Inhale right. Close both. And exhale left. Beautiful. Now the purpose of this alternate nostril breathing is to awaken Ida and Pingala equally. And when they do, then that central line, that central nadi called Sushumna, opens and connects. Now, if Ida and Pingala wave through the body, the Ida passing through each of the chakras down to the root chakra, the Pingala waving, crossing down to the root chakra. Where do they cross? The nadi, Ida, Pingala, crisscross at the chakras. And where in our daily life there may be blockages between the chakras, this Nadi Shodhana is about identifying the open channel left, the open channel right, and in their opening, harmonizing together. And as they harmonize, we open that central channel, that central line called Sushumna. All of the channels are at least partially open. These channels of Nadi, they are the channels of life force. And with these techniques, the purpose is not the technique. The purpose is the life that you have. And we're opening to that life. So come join me. We're going to make some asana practices out here. We're going to start. Let's do this one. Oh, yes, stretch up. Let's hop. Hop, hop, hop. Every hop is a breath. Every posture we make is a form for our breathing. Our body is a vessel of breath. As I hop, I awaken. Oh, good. I'm breathing. gazing up into this cloudless summer sky. Limitless infinity. And ultimate order. Yeah. Hop, 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 hop. And we find ourselves, very small in the face of infinity. And our own choices, our own steps, so small. And yet, that which recognizes the infinity lies within me too. And so that I share into this limitless sky. Okay. Yes. And release. Feel fingertips, toes. Feel the surface of your skin. Feel your neck and face. Can you feel an awakened tingle? Yes. Let yourself turn. Let's twist. Twist and twist. And as we do, may all beings everywhere share this practice. All beings everywhere know the peace at the center of creation. Let's release that. Planting the feet, aligning the toes, ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears align. Ankles, hips. Oftentimes, we will sway in our daily life from our habits of sitting and our predominance of living in our head. We want not to live merely in the head, but to awaken into the body. Ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears. Let's look for this coronal plane. Let's look for this coronal plane undulation. I hear the jay cicadas. There was a cardinal earlier. Oh, you can hear it in the background. Right. Every cycle, every undulation is a breath. And we often think of the breathing as the ability to inhale. But you must engage that exhale. Yeah. I'm breathing through my nose. And come back to the center. Let's take these arms wide. Inhale, up, way up. Take the fingertips down to the shoulders. I lift up in my elbows and I arc. I'm arcing back. I'm lifting my hips forward. I'm lifting my spine up through the heart. Jaw relaxing. Chin drops down. Inhale these hands high. Isolate these fingers. Straighten your elbows. Release the fingers. Release the elbows. Release the shoulders. Bend your knees. Fold it forward. How do we breathe in posture? How do we find that breath? We're breathing the simple cycle, placing our attention on the cycle, noticing the shape of the lungs, the contractions and the dilations of the lung. Right here, I'm going to straighten my right leg and bend both. Straighten my left leg and bend both. Good. Bend both knees. Let's stack the hands on the knees. Lift up in your heart. Good. Reach two hands away. Sweep this up. Take two hands together. Bring it back. Take two hands. Make a fist. I place my fists on each glute. My elbows go together. I'm going to push my hands. I bend my knees. I push my hips forward. I lift my spine up through the heart. I lift my face away and drop my face. 3 times. I inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Reach the hands forward. My fingertips draw me forward into my alignment of ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears. Empty. Good. Let's do the same type of thing, except let's add on. I'm going to take my hands onto my glutes. I bend my knees. I push my hips forward. I, again, lift my spine up through the heart. I shine my spine up through the heart into the sky. My face inhales away. I look over my forehead and I drop it down. 2 more like that. My gluteus muscles are squeezing together. Now I'm going to reach back and lace my fingers away behind me. I straighten my elbows. And again, I lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And hold and breathe. Reach away. My chin drops to the chest. My hands, they sweep forward. My fingertips leverage me forward. My ankles, my hips, my shoulders, and my ears align. And I make a little turn. Great. Let's make one of these Nauli entrances. And as we do that, we're going to make a lion's breath first. One good lion's breath, where our eyes open, the jaw drops down, the tongue sticks out. One big lion's breath, everything pushes out. Yes, everything, every drop. I'm exhaling. Let's inhale up and push it out. Oh man, that's so beautiful to clear everything out of those lungs. Oh my. When we do this, we begin activating the whole range of the lung. And we not just activating it, but we awaken into the very shape of the lung and the limitations of the lung, the details of the lung. We illuminate what is happening with our inhale. We awaken. It's as though we could shine a light internally with our inhale. And with our exhale, we empty, we release, we surrender, we liberate. And with the exhale, we are clearing, we are releasing everything, every negative thought, every dark aspect. We simply release every grasping attachment that we have, every fear, every doubt, all negative emotions. Release. Yeah. With that inhale, we draw life force, and we recognize that gift of life that allows us to be present and human. Yeah. And recognizes the human in each of the people that we meet without fear. Big breath. Push the breath away. Let's inhale wide. This time, engage your locks. Push it all out. 95% out. And root lock, mid lock, upper lock. Hold it. Nice. Now, I'm going to do this one more time. That very first time in the morning, oftentimes that vacuum really gathers up debris, you know, the pollens and the allergens and the junk that's in the air that our lungs filter. And when we exhale that all out, you know, when we exhale it all out, we gather those bronchioles and alveoli, we collapse them down, and in their surface connection, they gather junk. And then when we inhale, oh my gosh, it's a big rush, and it can induce some good positive coughing. Now, I would like to make one more of these, pushing it all out, and smooth unlocking, so that the breath comes in smoothly. Here we go. Push the breath out. Inhale wide. With my exhale, I will gather root lock, mid lock, and upper lock. Nice. Good. Let's push away. Let's make some batak. Now notice this. It's a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Between the 4 and the 1, that's when I bend my knees, so that my arms lift me up. Let your arms exult. Let your arms be joyously lifting up. Right? and the breathing. What is the breath that supports the movement? Look at this first with every posture. I inhale back, I exhale forward. Yes. Let's make 3 more. Here's 1, my fingertips. 2, tickle the ground. 3. Many variations proceed from this initial set. You know what time it is? It is time to make our teacups. It is time to make some teacups. Here we go. Now, our principles of practice, we start with stability, sthira. We start with wholeness, and our purpose is wholeness. It is in wholeness that we can heal. It is in wholeness that we can have truthful relations. It is in wholeness that we can live and that we can share. Sthira. Strength, alignment, balance, breathing, stability. Yes. And then we move consciously with breath, effortless effort. We move effortlessly. So I take a breath, make a little hop, and I wish to level my legs. I want to level my femur bones. I want to drop my tailbone and draw it forward. I want to lift in my heart. I want to breathe right there. There is a point on which I wish to fix my gaze. You know this if you've been practicing with me through this spring. You'll know that there's a point with our eyes that we fix, we call drishti. And if we are working deeply into the body, into the oppositions with our breathing, then our eyes are a second function into that nervous system. And so let's breathe this right here. Yeah, let it breathe. Let the breath be smooth and continuous. I've shared with you in the past about Kumar's teacups, placing the teacups on the legs, the shoulders, the top of the head, and the hands. You know, an amazing thing about Kumar was that he did not claim to be a yogi. He did not claim to be a great Swami. He did not claim anything except that he was an actor. He was a performer and juggler. I find it to be very interesting how the aspects of performance connect with the yogic practices. And it was here that he and I shared a deep friendship, understanding, and student-teacher relationship, but much more than that. Long time, many years, more than 2 decades together. Right. And he would say to me that he was able to teach because I was willing to learn. Right. And here we are. We're coming into our last minute of this teacups today. Breathing. You can do it. Very nice. Oh, yes. You know, you get going with those, and sometimes you think you're going to fall out of it. But then you try to move and you're stuck, and it's like, oh, I could stay there. Maybe I would stay there stuck and fixed like a tree. So that was just shy of 4 minutes. We're going to have to grow this. We're growing those teacups. You know what? Let's make one salute to the sun. Let's make one salute to the sun. Come to the front of the mat. Take your hands together. We're going to use our Utkatasana rather than our diving swan dive. Take your hands together. I want to just say thank you for sharing this practice with me. Let's inhale this up. Posture. Identify it. Breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. Be tall. Take it to your heart. In each posture, I want you to take 3 breaths. Share 3 with me. Lift it up. 3, 2, 1. Fold it down. You know, when we breathe, we are not separate from everything outside ourselves. We are not separate from every other breathing creature. Inhale up. My right leg kicks back. And we are not separate from history. We are not separate from the future. Every breath takes from what is inside of me and delivers it out. And everything from outside of me gathers with my inhale and becomes part of me. Exhale this left leg. Chaturanga. Inhale. Let's look to the right and look to the left. At the center, my knees touch down, my toes dig in. Draw back. My right leg will exhale forward. And feel that. Inhale the head up. Step the left foot forward. Fold it 3 breaths. Okay, rebuild. Stack your hands on your knees. I straighten my elbows. I bend my ankles as deeply as possible. My knees as deeply forward as possible, my tailbone back, my heart forward, shoulder blades back, jaw relax. I inhale the arms back. I sweep through and I inhale these arms up high. Back together, push. Align your ankles, your hips, your shoulders, your ears. Be tall. Inhale wide. My arms apart this time as I arc back, entering this upward bow variation, and I reach. Back to the heart. So simple. So simple. Let everything settle. Ankles, hips, shoulders, ears. Here we go again. It will be the left side to initiate. Inhale up. Utkatasana. Reach up high. Fold it. Left leg, kick it back. Now my right leg. Chaturanga down. Inhale. Yeah. Lock your elbows. Lift your knees. Squeeze your gluteus. Your eyes look out to the horizon. Don't look up for now. Keep it long out in front of you. Feel the front of your body awakening. Let's look left and right. Back to the center. My knees touch down. My toes dig in. I lift my knees and I draw my tailbone back. It will be my left foot. I step in. I lift my face and I step the right foot. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Every posture, we identify our stability, our strength, our alignment and balance. Every posture, we identify our breathing. We identify the oppositions activated in 3 planes. We identify that breath delivery, and we set our intent for the next movement. And with that movement, we isolate with breath. And so here, I'm going to isolate attention in my knees. I bend my knees. I stack my hands. Good. Utkatasana. Where is Sthira? Where's the wholeness of the posture? In opposition with 3 planes and breath. Let's reach away. Sweep it through. And in this way, our work is not merely an exercise routine. The postures become forms for our breath and for our attention. Let's sweep it back. And bring it back. Good. Come on down to your mat. On all fours, advance the right foot. Step your hands forward, kick back in your left leg. So I'm rocking forward and back. Yes, I'm rocking. I touch my left knee down. It's interesting, you know, when you turn the technology and it says, you know, the calls are being held, that there will be no interruptions, and then this happens. So it's interesting. Obviously, something's not right, but you know, I'll tell you something else. Technology is not always consistent. Take a big breath. Despite its digital claims, my left elbow down, my right elbow down, my knee in, and I'm breathing. I want to feel what's happening. What's happening? For me, it's about my right ankle and my right knee. These are old injuries, long time ago, that still have traces of residual limitation. Maybe my forehead can go to the ground. I'm going to take 36 breaths right here. So you go where you go. We're going to make 36 Bhastrika. Step your hands back. Yes. Big breath. My right foot, my toes lift. My heel lifts, my knee lifts up. I'm holding up, and I step it back. Exhale this left leg forward. My hands step beyond my toe. My right leg kicks way back, and I'm rocking forward and back. Again, I want to thank you for sharing this practice. Rock it with me. We're going to move into some side split and forward split. I don't know where I am today. My side split is something that I need to actually work on, as this has never been a focus of mine in all of these years. I've always felt it was somehow extraneous. But now, we want to devote ourselves maybe 3 times a week, maybe just 3 minutes per session, 3 minutes. Let's touch the knee down. Let's touch the right elbow down. Touch the left elbow down. And let's touch the forehead down. Reach out with those arms. Let's breathe 36 Bhastrika. Step the hands back. Big breath. Beautiful. Oh my. In the time that we have left, I'm going to take my blocks. So I'm activating my legs. This is not passive. This is not passive. And I'm rolling my knees forward and down to the ground. I'm activating. Tailbone down. Roll those legs in. Breathing. Feel it. My knees are engaged. Rolling in and down. I'm going to make 108 Bhastrika. Nice. I'm going to step my hands down, touch my elbows down, and I breathe. Beautiful. Kumar says, reach one hand forward. Reach one arm back behind you. Fold. Breathe 3, 2, 1. Step the hands forward. My left hand reaches forward. My right hand reaches back. Breathe 3 and 2 and 1. My hands step to the center once more. I'm going to pivot on my toes. So I'm pivoting, pushing my toes down. I'm going to pull my heels in. I push my heels down. I point my toes in. One more time. Heels in, toes in. Stack your hands, push away. Bravo. Let's make, there are many variations for making your forward split. I'm more comfortable in that one, though I haven't done it in quite a while. So let's see what happens with this. One leg plants, the other leg all right. Kick it back. Press, gather, turn. So I'm aligning my navel with this long leg. My hands reach down. We've done these over the past few weeks. I am tilting my tailbone, my hip structure, a basin of bone, tilts forward, my tailbone up. My hands can go to the knee, to the shin or ankle. I take my right hand onto my toe, of my big toe of the left foot. And my left hand, it goes to the neck. I fold forward.
54 times I fold. 20. Exhale down. 30. 40. 54, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to hold here for 54 breaths. 54 Bhastrika. Beautiful. My hands touch. My heel revolves up and I identify Sthura. I take a breath. Step. Beautiful. Second side. Now you could put your foot, on a step or on a block or on a curb if you're outdoors or anywhere where you can lift up. We want this ankle activated. So we're working not just some isolated hamstring stretch, we're working the entire posterior channel of strength and alignment. Oh, this mat is slippery. It is not a sticky mat. This surface, okay, well, we'll just have to work it harder. Even if it's a slippery surface, if you push your legs down, you grip. So I'm gripping, my knees are activating, and I'm going to fold. I'm tilting my hip forward. This is my right foot, so I'm taking my left hand to the big toe, and I'm taking my thumb up. So this is a preliminary, right? There are deeper moves than this. I'm taking my right hand onto my neck. I fold. 54 times. Notice a difference right and left sides. Can you feel it in your body? Then 54 Bhastrika. Yeah. Okay, I stabilize. I activate. Oh, yeah. Push away. Be tall. Bravo. Forward splits briefly. Now, identify where you can go without force. This is a key. So I'm going to step my right foot forward. I'm going to use blocks to begin. And we rock forward and back. Easy. Forward and back. That may be as far as you go today. If you want more, you reach this heel out. Now, there may be some of you who would benefit from having a bolster underneath these hips to lay the bolster across the mat and to let it support into the hips and the back leg. I'm going to push away in my heel. And I'm going to point and pull, 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 point and pull. So I'm entering I'm going to separate my blocks. My back toes are digging in a dorsiflexion. And then I point my toes away. And again, I'm going to point and pull, point and pull, point and pull. Ah. And I breathe right there. I'm going to hold. I'm going to be tall in my spine. I'm going to take my blocks back. Easy. Easy. Let's breathe 54 right here. Good. Draw it back. All fours. Sit back. Vajrasana. Good. I step my right foot forward and I'm going to rock. I'm going to rock it. When you want more, next step. My heel goes out. My tailbone down. I lift in my heart. I'm going to lift my toes up and point away, up and down. My back foot is digging the toes into the mat. I'm making a dorsiflexion with my toes behind me. Good. Good. I point my toes away behind me. And I rest. And I breathe right there. 54. Now, I say rest, but it is not passive. It is still. Look for that stillness. Look for the engagement. Nice. Let's look for the exit. Isolate. Beautiful. Be tall. Let's make one concluding set of Nadi Shodhana. You may need to simply rest and lie down on your back. That's fine. Do that. That makes the most sense, actually. This form, this video, this YouTube form, I'm going to change everything that I've done. I'm going to change everything moving forward. I'm going to make shorter videos altogether. This 1 hour session is not appropriate. It's not working. Everything has changed, continues to change over the past 3 years very quickly, and it's going to be changing faster still. So I'm going to make this adjustment. You know, how do I deliver the appropriate content given the conditions, given the truth of what you are able to receive and what I'm able to share? From beginner's mind, foundations and elements of practice, not the persona, not the technique, virtuosity, although that is valuable. One set of Nadi Shodhana. Find an easy way to sit. I'm sitting Vajrasana. We're going to make one short set. Left hand, Prana Mudra. Right hand, yes. Right hand, we're ready. Yes. Jiva Mudra. I'm going to take my right thumb on the length of the nostril. I inhale through the left. I lock both. I exhale right. Oh, a big difference from earlier. Inhale the right. Lock both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Lock both. Exhale right. Inhale right. Lock both. And exhale left. Good. Let's release that. With my right hand, I now make Apana Mudra. Let everything settle. I'm choosing a random selection from Garrett Forstein's anthology called Yoga Gems. I call it my book of wise guys. There are 4 passages here. One of them is really my favorite from Swami Chidananda. Swami Chidananda, I don't know if it's the same Swami Chidananda, but Kumar had a friend, Swami Chidananda, who would drive down from the Vedanta Center in St. Louis. Says to us, the highest understanding of love lies in its power to transform lives, to restore health, and to bring about a sense of total well-being. That love, that kind of love. On the other end of the spectrum that is called love is really self-interest directed by desire. It is a limited, contracted form of love. This has tremendously destructive potential. And there are those in the yoga community, some of the great teachers would say that that is not love at all. That is selfishness, self-interest, habits of emotional need, desire. When we start feeding desire, there's no end, is there? If we feed desire. All right. Let yourself stretch your own stretch. Let's make 3 breaths together. Take your hands together. Inhale high. Exhale wide. Inhale over the ground. Make a big breath in. Make a fist with each hand. Now open, open, open. Through the mouth we exhale. Inhale wide. Gather it back to your heart. And that concludes our asanas today. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Look for some shorter forms and some shifts in the practices on video. Namaste.